So, for your viewing pleasure, I have a rather abnormal game of Airfield in the Centurion, platooned with Hardest and King Tut. Now, the game before this, we'd been on Northwest, and we managed to push my Wheezy 120 onto the top of the mountain, and we still had a little bit of the urge for exploration left in us this match, which is why I brought my Centurion. We head straight up to B0 or A9 to try and push my Centurion up onto the mountains, just to see if we could do it. You know, it wasn't some master game plan, it just started out as I wanted to see if I could get up there. The enemy 212A, their artillery, was actually on our team in the match before, so he should have known we were going to do something stupid like this. Obviously the T-54s, being fast to get there first, they let me catch up. We start looking at the terrain and figure this spot here is probably the best place to push it. There's actually a better spot on the other side of this little rock, but we're dumb and didn't go there. And our puppy Wheezy 120 starts helping. The ISU comes to join in as well. So we got a conga line here of 5 tanks. Not only do they get me up, but also they manage to get Hardest and King Tut up as well. So I start exploring around here trying to find a path through the mountain that won't get me stuck or trapped somewhere I can't get out. You'd see, look at those idiot cowards all sitting at A1, says our leopard. A1, really? It looks like A0 to me. A9 even. Total noobs. This will come back and bite him later. So at this point Hardest realizes not only am I up here, our entire platoon is up here. He didn't think King Tut had made it up as well. The Wheezy 120 and ISU stayed down, probably for the best. All trying to go across the north, and it's useless to do that. Really, we'll see. So you can see me trying to find a safe path through here. The Centurion has really good mobility, just good acceleration, excellent traction. It's just generally a good tank for this kind of thing. So, what do we have here? A Leopard Prototype A. Doesn't expect to be shot from here. Not only am I shooting, I'm also spotting from up here, which is, position they wouldn't normally expect tanks to be in. The E-75 carelessly backs around the corner, thinking he's safe. Wrong! Wrecked. We spot their T-30 and their Roomba and their T-54. That's us doing all this spotting. So much for a useless position. T-57's lit and getting damaged, thanks to us. Nice T-54 incent. He doesn't realise the other T-54's up here as well. Hardest hasn't even been spotted yet. So we get a shot into the T-57 and high roll in. Their Roomba falls to our Wheezy 120 from our spotting. I get a quick shot into their E4 before backing out. I was worried he'd hit me, but he didn't. Their Artie is now aiming up here. He knows what's going on. The enemy team seems rather pissed off about it as well, on account of the fact we're winning north for our team. So you can see from this useless position we've gotten a tier 9 heavy killed. We've also gotten a tier 9 medium killed. Their T-57 is too scared to leave cover and shoot his gun. The tier 8 Roomba was killed. A lot of damage got put out thanks to our position. Granted, 3 tanks up here is overkill. We decided that 1 is the optimal number, but it just fucks with the enemy team so badly because they don't expect to see it. Actually, a couple days after I recorded this, an enemy 183 got onto this position I'm in now, and it was just murder. Our team won anyway on the south flank, but it was not pretty what he was doing to our guys in north. So we've got a lot of tanks, we know where they are, but we don't have angles on them. The T-57's just too scared to leave his cover, so we start gradually moving up. King Tut goes first, then I follow. Hardest also goes down. I'm not sure if Wargaming intentionally made this terrain traversable or not once you get up here. It may have been a case of, in trying to make the terrain look natural, they also made it traversable unintentionally, but it's great that you can get up here. It really is. So Hardest and King Tut go down to the left to shoot tanks. I come up to the right. I just want to explore, and I thought there might be a position up here where I could overlook the entire map, but it turns out there's not. Unfortunately, Wargaming seemed to have realised that would be broken, so there's a rim around this that I can't climb. You can see me trying here. You also see they didn't expect people to come up here because the textures are only halfway finished. So, Hardest and King Tut still haven't been hit. I haven't been even shot at yet. T-57 did end up dying. Their T-30 is getting fucked up. So we decide it's time to push, even though we know there's going to be TDs up on the D2 ridge. I get a shot into the T-54, but because I aim it badly, with auto-aim no less, it bounces. I think I hit the back of his turret. My second shot, I aim manually, much better, through the side of his tracks, kills him. So we all start pushing down. We haven't done a huge amount of damage by now, but we've done important damage, and we've done a lot of important spotting damage. So the JT-88's caught out in the open, not really a threat. That is, however. I don't wait for my aim to settle and pay for it, never snapshot. Our ISU actually did wait for his aim to settle and bounced, I think. I take a second shot, which disappears off into the ether. I think it either went just over him or under his tracks, I can't tell. Either way, it hit the ground behind. I would have had a shot there, except he moved. Hardest and King Tut start taking damage from those TDs, but we've pretty much won the game at this point. So, Hardest takes a big hit. King Tut runs out in front, but it's not good enough. T-28 Proto pushes down, and that's the end of Hardest. Centurion's on the move accuracy, not great, especially not against targets behind partial cover, but our ISU finds his mark finally. The enemy Wheezy 132's on our cap. Our E50 decides that using his gun is dishonorable, so he suicide rams it. Resets the cap, but of course it drove out a cap, but he prevents it from capping and kills himself in the process. And the Wheezy 132 claims moral victory. So the enemy just got 4 tanks left now. E4's out in the open, just gets cleaned up before I can do anything. Patton nearly tags King Tut, so he dives into cover, gets me in the tracks. I decide to just take a moving shot to suppress it. It actually ends up penning the thing somehow. King Tut holds the corner while I go up the base ramp into their cap. My idea is to try and use the buildings as a barrier between myself and the Patton and flank it. That doesn't work because the Patton manages to kill King Tut, who was poked around the corner like a baddie. And then it just comes straight for me. Now, an M48 would beat me in a straight-up DPM fight quite comfortably, especially when I fuck up my shots badly like that. But I decide to get up right in his face and ammo-rack him. I didn't know I ammo-racked him until after I killed him and he started bitching about it, but that's the reason I survive here. So I take the easy cupola shot. Our ISU bounced off his rear armor, it sounded like. 212 fucks up his shotgun and misses me completely, and dies. There you go. Stupid ammo rack. M48 must have been racked by my shot through his front. It does have quite a large ammo rack. Cold War NATO tanks tend to have very large ammo racks situated throughout the tank, including the front. The enemy 113 is trying to cap fast, but that's not the best part. The best part is that not only is he trying to cap fast, he is knocking over every damn piece of cover on the way. Apparently he doesn't think he's going to need those. See him just merrily bulldozing his own cover there. Knocking over houses. You know how he does. Our guy's blind fired, but there's no point. We've already won on cap. So, from our useless position, where we shouldn't have taken our 3 tanks, I was able to do about 2,700 damage. Spot a bit more, I think. I'd have to check the post games. You'll be able to, because they'll be in the description, as usual. But between the 3 of us, we kept the enemies in the North Rocks tied down, so they could not engage our tanks. We spotted a bunch of TDs and medium tanks that were hiding up back and would have been a threat and would have gone unspotted. A Roomba in that position at B4 would have been impossible to get rid of. And once everything in North Rocks was cleaned up, we managed to push through effectively while our guys in South pushed in. So, not quite so useless, I would say, Mr. Leopard, who didn't really do much.